Hello, cats and kittens. Mama Cat Gamer here with another installment in the Heavensward expansion in Final Fantasy XIV. And we are up to, let's see, level 59. Wow. We're getting close to done with this expansion. Then we'll be moving on to the post-expansion parts. Let's talk to Alphino. We have to talk to Zhloe, who's right around the corner there. Let's see what Alphino has to say. Work on the Enterprise is nearly complete. Let Zhloe know to make ready. Notre Champ. Most folk know Master Garland is a genius inventor. It's only when you come to work for him that you realize he's a goddamn tyrant taskmaster. Just, don't tell him I said that, alright? See what Emmerich says. Do whatever you must to end my father's madness. May the Fury watch over you, my friend. Justinian. The revelations of recent days may have overturned the foundations of my faith, but my purpose remains unchanged, ending this damnable war.
Until but recently, the Ascians have kept their doors firmly shut to outsiders. But thanks to you, we have found in them stout allies with whom we may fight to secure the future of the realm. Truly, you are the beacon of hope towards which all men are drawn.
Spare us the hyperbole. 'Tis not for praise that we fight.
Oh? In light of all we have achieved, I felt it only meet to express my gratitude.
Ooh, there's a little subtle dig there at him.
All that we have achieved. Spoken like a true outsider. Until the war is over, we have achieved nothing. The coming battle is a chance to excise the root of this conflict, and by my hand it shall be done. Then you may speak of achievement.
'Twas not mine intent to make light of your struggle. If I have given offense, then I apologize. But if I may speak freely, you would do well to be wary of the Eye. Even now, it burns with insatiable hatred, watching unblinking for a sign of weakness. Should you falter for so much as a moment, it will surely consume you.
Save your concern. I will consume the Eye ere I let it consume me.
Ew. Pride goeth before a fall, people.
"12 be praised, thou hast not yet set forth."
Riage is saying, thank God you haven't left yet.
"Cross sand and snow have I journeyed, that I might deliver this gift unto thee."
Ooh, some white orsite. Ooh. Says I've come through heat and snow to give this to you.
White Aurosite. But whence did it come?
To mine amazement, it lay hid amongst Moonbreeder's last effects. 'Twas but blind chance or providence that I did hap to spy it. Let no man claim that my late friend erred for lack of foresight.
So, to my surprise, it was with Moonbreeda's stuff. It was blind chance or by providence, you know, the good Lord watching out for us that I did happen to see it. Let no one claim that my late friend didn't think ahead.
In the place whither thou goest, servants of darkness do lie in wait. Pray, give unto me thy pledge that thou wilt strike them down and avenge our fallen comrade.
Where you're going, servants of darkness are laying in wait for you. Promise me that you'll strike them down and avenge Moonbrita. Oh, we will. We will definitely avenge her. Let's eat let's eat some food before we head out. Because I'm sure we'll have some fighting. I'd have some fighting, too. Y'shtola says, I know not of the Archbishop and his knights, save that which you have told me. But if they truly possess the power of primals and the secrets of Azys law, they are dangerous foes indeed. We must spare no preparation. Riange says, that which man thinketh a trifle in the having, he mourneth as a treasure in the losing. A tired platitude, but one which shall haunt me unto my dying day. Oh. So it's, you know, we don't treasure something until it's gone to us. He's not wrong, you know. We don't always know what we have until it's lost to us. Had some friends like that, you know, who've passed on, whatever. Family members. And you don't know what you're missing until they're not there anymore. And there's nothing you can do. Sometimes to get around that, I think, well, if I'm in this tough situation, what would my grandma tell me? And usually I recall her words of wisdom, and, you know, I get good ideas from that. Lord Emmerich says, do whatever you must to end my father's madness. May the Fury watch over you, my friend. Okay, he didn't change his stuff. Okay, he didn't change his comments there. Let's see what Justinian says. The revelations of recent days may have overturned the foundations of my faith, but my purpose remains unchanged, ending this damnable war. But he didn't change either. Alright, let's talk to Alfino. Let us go, Gav. Azys law awaits. Spoken like a true teenager, man. Let's go. Run with me, friends, towards the danger.
Ah, excellent timing. We've just finished our work on the Enterprise. She's so much improved, I've decided to give her a new name to suit. The Enterprise Excelsior. Or simply the Excelsior if pressed for time.
I love this music.
Once again, she'll carry Eorzea's protectors into battle. All aboard!
Oh, Count
I
Edma.
can do no more than see you off with prayers for your safety and success. Yet know that wheresoever you may go, my son's spirit goes with you. May the Fury grant you strength.
Return to us, all of you. Enterprise Excelsior. Engage.
I love the Star Trek references.
This is it! Get ready!
Keep all hands and feet inside the ride at all times.
Eye of mine enemy, render unto me thy power! No, she will not claim me. I am the master.
Yeah.
We're through!
Oh. That's not a good sign.
Chief, we've got an Imperial battleship on our tail. And it's bleeding massive.
Damn it! The bastards were waiting for us to open the door for them. I'm gonna try to shake them. Hang on to something.
I was like, we're just standing there on the deck. There's like no chairs to sit on. Not even some benches.
We're all going to die! Tataru!
Oh.
She won't take much more of this!
The time is come to use Hydaelyn's gift. Much blood has been spilled in my name. And for what? For a false cause that I created for want of the warmth of companionship. Saint Shiva, pray Svelga. Pray forgive this fool. But even now, I cannot let go of my dream. My dream of a tomorrow in which no child need freeze alone in the snow.
Ooh.
Thank you, Svelga.
Is that Azelle? What does she mean to do?
Oh, goddess, spawn of mine own hopes and dreams, for the last time, I beseech you, fill this vessel with your light, still the hatred within our hearts, and bless us with eternal grace!
Go get her, Shiva. Go get him.
Farewell, warrior of light, and thank you for showing me the way.
No!
This ether. It was a crystal of light. She, too, was one of Hydaelyn's chosen.
Fare you well, my lady.
We've lost Horshfawn and Izael now. Man, it's rough. Izael, I cannot believe she's gone. Zhloe says, the echo is a gift and a burden both, as you know only too well. Though we walked opposing paths, Iceheart was a worthy woman. Her deeds will not soon be forgotten. Ig says, taking on an Imperial battleship by herself. Primal or no, that took some courage. I wasn't afraid. Not in the least. Pardon? What smell? Oh, God, someone spilled something down my trousers. Okay, Big Wedge, I needed that. I really needed that. Needed that moment of levity. Ooh. I don't know about you, but I'm glad to be back on solid ground, even if said ground is floating in the sky. When that Imperial battleship appeared, I honestly thought we were finished. And we would have been, had your friend not arrived when she did. Elfino says, 12 grant her mercy. Brief though our time together was, Isael was a true friend, a gentle soul who fought for her beliefs. She would have made a fine scion. Y'shtola says, what is a scion but one who fights for our cause? Our hopes survive thanks to her sacrifice. Let that be enough. Yet I cannot help but wonder, how came she to know of our presence here? Estinian says, Estinian says, from Hraesvelgr, I would wager. He will have felt my channeling of the Eye's power. It would seem they were able to make peace with one another in the end. Sid says, she gave her life because she believed in us. We owe it to her to see our mission through. See that dome-like structure further in? Let's make our way there. I seem to remember having some ether currents in this area, but I guess not, which is just fine by me. Let's attune to this thing. When I came through here the first time, I didn't have the computer I have now with the good graphics, and it definitely looks a lot better with higher graphics. They do such a nice job. Alright. Big says it's still active. All of it. Wedge says, crikey, this place is like something out of my dreams. Stoll says, heavy though our hearts may be, we must forge on in the name of those we have lost. Alfino says, Sid is right. We owe it to Isael to see the mission through. Estinian says, I sense an ominous presence. Well, that's not good. Sid says, the Isle's sentinels don't seem to frequent this area. We should be safe here. Let's talk strategy, shall we? Sid looks like a man with a plan. First of all, in the interests of efficiency, I suggest we make this place our base camp. We can coordinate the search for the Archbishop from here. Elfino says, I have no objections. Now that we stand upon Az's law, I am struck by the vastness of the Isle. We must needs be methodical if we are to find our quarry. Sid says, good. Now, unless I'm mistaken, this used to be an airship landing, and a major one at that. From what I know of Allagan design, there should be a terminal nearby that's linked to the Isle's operational heart. If we can find such a terminal, we should be able to learn something of the Archbishop's whereabouts. Let's split up and look for it. It says, this terminal has long since ceased to function. Search for another. As Biggs say, this place is an engineer's playground. If I had the time, I'd be going over it with a bleeding magnifying glass. The Empire borrowed most of its technology from Allegan relics. If we can find the terminal, I reckon we can operate it. What does your Zhloe have to say? Alas, I have found naught of use. I wonder if she can kind of see it. I'm not sure she can. To think that such a massive structure has been floating above our heads for all these millennia, it beggars belief. What ungodly vessels must the Allegans have built to warrant so vast a landing? Quite a few, probably. Stinian says, this ominous presence, to whom does it belong? Machines are beyond my ken. I shall leave it to the others to find this terminal. Of more concern to me are the dragons that I sense nearby. Oh, good. That's always fabulous. The dragons in this game are not our nice, friendly, how to train your dragons type. So it says nothing? Damn it, there's just this terminal then, but it doesn't respond to anything I do. Any bright ideas, Wedge? Wedge? He was here just a moment ago. Oh, don't tell me he's wandered off. I'm sorry, Gav, but could you help me search for him, absent-minded as he is? I worry that he's strayed beyond the landing area and made friends with the local sentinels. Sure, Sid, I'll go search for him while you stand there. Oh, an instant's duty. Ow! Witch, are you alright? I'm fine, Chief. I just tripped, that's all. Fool of a Lalafell, what were you thinking coming here on your own? Death by overwork is one thing. Death by stupidity, quite another. I'm sorry, Chief, but I think I found something. What is this? The wreck of a sentinel? Says Sid. Wedge says, this is no wreck, Chief. She's still operational. Percussive maintenance. Works even on Allegan relics. See? Blip initiating. Performing diagnostics. Blip diagnostics complete. To proceed, please agree to the terms and conditions of use. I suppose? Thank you. To register as a user, please state your name. I'm Wedge, and that there is Gav. Blip user registration complete. Welcome to Az's Law, Master Wedge and Master Gav. I am Guidance Node GLI. Wedge says, I'm sorry, I promise to be more careful from now on. Biggs says, that fool of a Lalafell always making us worry, and he's already gone and named the node. Can you believe it? Guidance Node says, Greetings, Master Gav. Is there something you wish to know? This isn't quite what I had in mind, but it might just serve, says Sid. Wedge, bring the node this way, would you? There's something I'd like to try. Node, I need a status report on the facility. Wedge says, Gilly, you have to do what the chief says. Yes, that's it. Good girl. It's named it Gilly. GLI. Here we are. Not much of note, says Sid. It appears someone recently reactivated Helix, which is this area. Elfino says, reactivated, you say? Sid says, by the Archbishop, I'd wager. I dare say he woke the place up when he used the Vanu's key. Sid says, are there any other people in the facility? If so, where? Let's see here. On the flagship, that's the central aisle, I'm seeing positive readings within the Aetherochemical research facility and the fractal continuum. And what have we here? Intruders detected in the Gamma Quadrant. Defense system engaged. Y'shtola says, our Imperial friends, I suspect. I hope they enjoy the defense system. But what of the Archbishop and his cronies? What might offer an indication? How about this? Which area is currently consuming the most energy? Somewhere called Triad Control, inside the research facility. Elfino says, and what manner of place is that? Sid says, it is, and I quote, a regulation facility for the warring triad test subjects. And that's all it says. The rest of the information is only accessible to users with consular privileges. Y'shtola says, I mislike the sound of this, which leads me to believe that it is indeed the place. Elfino says, I'm inclined to agree with Y'shtola. Whatever it is that the Archbishop seeks, it is like to be there. Sid says, that settles it then. Let's find a way to cross over to the flagship. Oh, let's take the crit one. Ether current. What does the Helix terminal say? You do not know how to operate the terminal. Okay. Sid says, well, this node turned out to be rather more useful than I expected. Biggs says, a few years back, Wedge decided he wanted a dog. And when we said no, he sulked for a bleeding month. Well, now he's got a guidance node instead. Get our chocobo out of the way. Wedge says, Gilly's a good girl. Isn't she a good girl? Zhloe says, the warring triad puts me in mind of a tale from my childhood. It told of 3 gods locked in perpetual conflict. Yeah, probably. Elfino, the warring triad? I somehow doubt they are amenable to negotiation. Stinian says, what in the Fury's name is that thing? It's a talking piece of metal. The eons old guidance node is patiently awaiting instructions. In node we trust. Greetings, Master Gav. Is there something you wish to know? We can say, tell me how to reach the flagship, tell me how to reach the Aetherochemical research facility, and nothing in particular, Gilly. Let's do this one. Requesting access to the Aetherochemical research facility. Access granted. Generating route. The route generated. Commencing guidance to chosen destination. Please be aware that the designated route may take you through restricted sectors, and the Isle's defense systems may attempt to terminate you. Be kindly reminded that, in accordance with the terms and conditions of use, you and your party assume all risk of damage or injury, including death, that may occur en route to your destination. Okay. Promise me you'll take good care of Gilly. Don't let any harm... Let me try that again. Wedge says, promise me you'll take good care of Gilly. Don't let any harm come to her. Biggs, first Maggie and now Gilly. Maybe we should have let him have that dog. Sid says, should you need to return to Ishgard for supplies, you can use that standard to signal for an Ironworks airship, just as before. When your business below is done, let our man at the airship landing know, and he'll ferry you back here to resume the mission. Zhloe says, though we know little of the node, we know still less of the facility at large. Let us see where it leads us. Stinian says, so we are to follow that thing? I shall leave it to you to deal with it. Let's see, reconditioning node. Ah, this is where you can repair. It's reconditioning you. Make sure I got everything up to snuff. Actually, let me see if I got anything. No. Repository node. What can I purchase here? This is fishing stuff. Finally, I can buy the adamantite greatsword. Adamantite chain hose of maiming. Beach composite bow. Let's see if that's here too. Oh, is it birch or beech? I'll look close. Beech. I need beech. That one's birch. Alright. What else? Hard silver staff. I'm thinking the beach one might be back in Foundation. Hard silver staff, that'll be in Yagana skin half gloves. That won't be here, unfortunately. Chimerical felt clawback of healing. That will be in Foundation. Strength 1. Grade 1 strength dissolvent. That will also be at the Jeweled Croisier. Buckwheat tea. I might actually make that. Durium ingot, Durium ore, Miracle apologue, and Tengu fan. Can't get those here, I don't think. Alright. Sterilization node. Control node. Beep beep. Control node operational. Please take query. What do you do here? Processing beep beep. BB7 Helix Systems Management Node. Support for this node has been discontinued. Please upgrade to BB8 model or later. BB8. Version 3.0 operations software installed days ago. This software is intended solely for evaluation purposes. To purchase the full version. What kind of place is this? Processing beep beep. Current location is Helix, Alpha Quadrant, Azisla. Primary destination for recent arrivals is the Aetherochemical research facility located on the flagship to the southeast. Please be advised that in accordance with the terms and conditions of use, you and your party assume all risks of damages or injury, including death, that you may sustain should you enter restricted sectors. Okay. Alfino says, can the guidance node be trusted? I know not, but we have few other options. Let us see where it leads us. Yeah, Y'shtola, Estinian, we four shall proceed to the research facility. Sid, the Excelsior is our sole means of escape. Pray remain here and have her ready to depart at a moment's notice. Sid says, understood. We'll see that she's repaired and ready to fly. If anything happens, just let me know via link pearl. Alfino says, be on your guard, my friends. The enemy could be anywhere. Anything new? We're gonna have to get a dog for, Wedge. Alright, where do we gotta go? This place is kind of confusing, unfortunately. There's multiple levels, and there's various ways of getting there, and sometimes you gotta go through tunnels, and it can be a hot mess. And fortunately, we are well above level 69. Alfino says, if I'm not mistaken, this is some manner of teleportation device. It helps that it says Allegan Teleporter. Mayhap the node has further instructions for us. Estinian says, we have scarce begun and already it leads us to a dead end. Justinian obviously hasn't seen a lot of Allegan technology. Guidance note says, Lip, you are currently within the Alpha Quadrant. First, you must use the nearby matter conduit to travel to the Beta Quadrant. Please wait a moment while I activate it. My big problem is I never remember which way to go from here. Okay, well, at least they have the conduits marked for us, which is kind of handy because otherwise I'd never find it again. Matter conduit 2 to 3. Anyway, so if you ever need to find conduits, you can go to matter conduit here. And I imagine the other ones will be marked the same. I always forget about them and end up just flying when I get flying. And it can take a while. Kind of cool looking. Alright, and let's talk to these three again. The matter conduit appears to operate on the same principle as the Aetherites. How remarkable that it should still function after all this time. It's a bleeding miracle. Zhloe says, that node is not what it seems. From amidst the metal, I sense the gaze of a living being. Have care around it. Justinian says, are you certain it is wise to trust this orb with our lives? No, I'm not certain, but here we go anyway. According to my records, this conduit was last serviced approximately 5,014 years, 6 months, 11 days, 7 hours, and 13 minutes ago. That it should function without mishap may be described as a miracle. Let's take tenacity. The guidance node is ready to take you through the Beta Quadrant. Resuming guidance to the Aetherochemical research facility, please follow me. This sector, the Beta Quadrant, is home to laboratories which produce chimerical life forms for both military and household applications. Our facility has been awarded 3-star certification for compliance with ASO 3001. The good behavior of the creatures born here is guaranteed. Please be warned, however, that millennia of neglect may have had an adverse effect on their disposition. For your safety, please refrain from approaching the creatures. Okay, so matter conduit 3-2 goes from 3 to 2. This one goes from 2 to 3. That's kind of convenient for us to know. All right. We have to go way over in that direction, but we're going to leave it here for the moment while I go finish making dinner. Mama Cat Gamer has to feed the kittens and Papa Cat Gamer. Hello again, cats and kittens. Mama Cat Gamer is back. And I know we left you off just a moment ago in Az's Law. But I had to, get some stuff done around the Mama Cat Gamer household. And so we ended up back in Idyllshire. And I had done some gathering while I was waiting for some dungeons roulettes to come up. And when I got back to Idyllshire to turn in my my Wondrous Tales book here and pick up a new one, I noticed that Midnight Dew has a quest for us, and it's one of the Aether Current quests, so I really wanted to do that. Steam appears to be rising from Midnight Dew's beautifully bedecked ears. Gods damn it, I've been had. Some twice-cursed sons of a mad, blind bitch have made off with all my takens, and my tradables, too. I knew this place was full of treasure hunters, but I never reckoned it'd be my treasures they'd be hunting.
Our objective lies at the heart of the Isle. The third will remain to guard the ship, while the second patrols the perimeter and eliminates any threats. The first will come with me to secure the research facility. Let no man doubt the import of our mission. The Allegans found a means to capture Icons alive, and their knowledge lies hid upon this isle. If we can but acquire it, we would be able to prevent the beings from returning to plague us, thus ending the cycle of rebirth. I need not remind you that success will raise our legion high in the Emperor's regard. Yet, by the same token, his radiance does not tolerate failure. That is all. All troops, prepare for deployment!
So that is their purpose.
To think that the knowledge used to bind no less a being than Bahamut sleeps here.
Imprisoning a primal in such a manner would represent an effective means to halt the cycle of summoning, were it not for the grave and obvious risks.
Indeed. We need but refer to past experience, that of Bahamut's calamitous return, to see why this is not the solution we seek.
Held in duress, a primal will continue to nurse its hatred for mankind. And when it inevitably breaks free, its rage will be beyond quelling.
Whatever folly the Garleans mean to commit, they can wait. We must remain focused on our task.
Yes, of course. It would not be polite to keep the Archbishop waiting.
And my apologies for having the mic off again. You'll have to read it yourselves, unfortunately, to kind of catch up on what we said. Hopefully, the little speech bubbles were on long enough for you to read comfortably. Obviously, you can pause the video, but hopefully you'll be able to read it just fine. Anyway. Let's see where we gotta go here. We can head up this way. Matter conduit 6-7. That you have survived to this point is in defiance of possibility, but it appears the danger is not yet past. Bloop, bloop. Warning. Intruders approaching. Please eliminate them if you wish to proceed. Medicus. Always kill the Medicus first. Those are your healers. Not that I'm too worried here. Oh. Commence battle for close encounters of the sixth kind. Alright, I am going to do this on Bard.
would explain my men's silence. We meet again, and this time we will not be interrupted. Come! Show me your power, champions of Eorzea!
Alright. Since he's the only one on the field right now, I'm gonna take care of him. Okay, we want to not be in front of the direction that the X is bending in, okay? Because whatever direction it's bending in is the direction it's going to, it's going to attack out, and we don't want to be in that direction. Oh, we gotta get out of the blue.
So it comes to this.
We want to push those out of the ring as much as we can. And stay out of the X. This is the biggest reason why I wanted to be on guard, so I could just not have to run to those things. Ooh, that one out of there.
I had heard the tales of your strength, warrior of light. And now that I have experienced it firsthand, that Baelsar's defeat seems less inexplicable. You are a formidable foe, and I have thoroughly enjoyed our time together. Alas, all good things must come to an end. Allagan's secrets await, and there is no profit to be had in remaining here. Keep them occupied.
Coward.
Yeah.
seem we have no choice.
You must continue on. We will hold them here.
Really?
Take the eye. It should still hold enough energy to be of use to you. I shall join you as soon as I am able.
Enough talk! Make haste and stop the Archbishop.
He looked a little worried there, and then he has this sudden look of determination there. I love the phase crown bow that I have here. Let's see if I can show it to you. It's a beautiful bow. Probably my hands down favorite bow. But as you can see, you can't see his face. And in cutscenes it drives me crazy. Welcome to the Delta Quadrant, where methods are developed for mastering dragons. To this day, the sector is home to live specimens brought over from the southern continent. To this day, the sector is home to live specimens brought over from the southern continent of Mericidia, truly a testament to the greatness of the Allegan Empire. The guidance note has ill tidings to share with you. I regret to inform you that the matter conduit leading to the flagship is no longer functioning. According to my records, it was destroyed by a dragon which broke free of its restraints when they failed approximately 2,369 years, 1 month, 24 days, 7 hours, and 4 minutes ago. Please find an alternate route to the Aetherochemical research facility. The Allegan Research Council apologizes for any inconvenience caused. Well, hey, Midgardstormer. Long time no see. So, thy journey hath led thee to this accursed place. Canst thou hear it, mortal? The ceaseless keening of my kindred, steeped in 5,000 years of suffering. Long before the Ishgardians and their base betrayal, there lived still more wicked men whose ambitions knew no bounds. Fearful of our kind... Let me start that again. Fearful of our might and covetous of our power, they devised a means to enslave dragonkind. Their vile misdeeds did set in motion a train of events, whose repercussions are felt to this day. Beyond, thou wilt find one of my first brood. Hark thou unto her words, partake thou of her pain. Think thou upon the suffering that the conflict betwixt our kinds hath begot. So we have to get up to there. Okay, we gotta get up there. There's gotta be some way up there. Oh, here we go. There's a little pathway around this side. There we go. Destination. Alright, and I'm gonna change jobs. To Reaper, just so I don't have my bow out. Scrolling back, there is a giant dragon being held in some kind of force field. I don't know what you call that. A great worm is being held in some manner of restraint. Who cometh to this forsaken place and disturbeth my solitude? Tiamat, my child. Father? Can it truly be you? None other. My form is such that I may journey with Heidelin's chosen. A mortal who desireth to end the war between man and dragon. Millennia have passed since I was brought low by the men of Alag. To think that war rageth still between our kinds. Hearken to my tale, child of man. I am Tiamat, of Midgard Sormer's first brood. In a time before time, my father did come to the star bearing 7 eggs.
From these eggs did my children hatch. And once they were full grown, they took wing and spread across all the lands of Hydaelyn.
Together with my brood brother Bahamut, I journeyed south to Mericidia, and together we brought forth innumerable children into the world. We abided in peace, and all was well, until the men of Alag came some 5,000 years since. They slaughtered my children in droves, and took from me my beloved Bahamut. 'Twas then, when I had fallen into the depths of despair, that black-robed men came unto me, the Ascians. They offered to resurrect Bahamut through their dark arts, and I, in my grief, accepted. A decision which I shall regret until my dying breath. For what they brought back was a mockery of my beloved. Worse, the Ascians gifted his murderers the means to entrap him. Know this, child of man. The beings thy kind call gods are but specters of thy mind's creation, given form at great cost to Heidelin. That's a very interesting thing to note. Many such beings yet slumber across the land, brought to heel by the self-same empire that bound me. They must not be released into the world. If thou wouldst end the conflict, vanquish thee the Ascians, and deliver the weak of will from the bonds of their dark influence. It hath been 5,000 years, my child. Wilt thou not forgive thyself? It's one of the hardest things to do, is to forgive yourself. The release of death is denied me here, yet I desire not freedom. Nay, Father, I shall live with my regret until the world itself hath ceased to be. Such is my just punishment for consorting with darkness, for calling forth a loathsome and lamentable creature which blackeneth my beloved's memory.
Warrior of light, beloved son, the light abideth within thy heart again. Full valiantly didst thou overcome thy many trials, but glory not in thy success.
For the servants of darkness are ever close at hand. Receive of me my blessing once more. And go forth to shine thy light on all creation.
Thou hast broken down the wall I built around thee, and partaken of thy mistress's blessing once more. Strong art thou, mortal, stronger than any other of thy kind. Having looked upon thy deeds, I am convinced thou art worthy to bear her light. The Covenant bound me to thee, but 'twould seem our fates were mingled from the first. Though I will not fight thy battles, I will yet lend thee my wings. Come, mortal. We go to cast out the darkness.
How about that? We get flown by a dragon up to the ship. You can now ride Midgard Stormer. All right, as a attunement. Yeah. Oh, that place is called Antithesis. How interesting. Yeah, this is another confusing kind of place, too. Because trying to figure out where you gotta go here, like, you gotta go to doors and different levels on here, and kind of a pain in the butt to find sometimes. Heavensward. This is our final quest for Heavensward. The guidance note has been awaiting your arrival at the flagship with customary patience. Welcome to the flagship, Master Gav. You are almost at your destination. Beep, beep. Warning, intruders detected in the vicinity. Please eliminate them if you wish to proceed. Heavensward. Level 60. According to the guidance node, you are but a few steps away from your destination. However, it would seem that intruders have been detected ahead. Follow the node toward the heart of the isle and be ready to defend yourself. All right. Oh, I could have flown. Hang on. Looks like we're going to have a battle up ahead. Boop, boop. Warning, intruders approaching. Medicus. But wait, there's more. Just blow through these guys. Area secured. Lifting access restriction to the Aetherochemical research facility. Restriction lifted. You may enter the facility at your leisure, ending guidance. Unknown energy source detected within the Aetherochemical research facility. Please exercise caution. I am pleased to have been of service to you, Master Gav. Please send my regards to Master Wedge. Deactivating. The guidance node has ceased to function. Okay. Facility terminal. You do not know how to operate the terminal. Okay. Enter the Aetherochemical research facility with a party of NPCs. We're going to do that. We'll be going with these guys. Oh, we can take our time. Enjoy the cutscene. This one's a little bit longer, so we're gonna be here for a bit. Making sure there's nothing more interesting that I need to look at. Auto Machina research. I'll usually attack using AoE on Reaper when we have 3 or more enemies, and then switch to single target typically when I get to 2. Unless they're attacking a healer, in which case then I go after that one. Gotta keep your healers alive. For an AI tank, that's pretty darn good. 6th Legion Optico. Okay, I see a Medicus. We're gonna take him out. Now, even if I have only like 2 enemies left, I will hit the Whirl of Death to put my Death Design debuff on him.
I will crush you underfoot.
Sure you will. Regular Van Hydus.
In the name of the Emperor! There is nowhere to run. Enough.
Gotta kill the turrets.
In the name of the Emperor! In the name of the Emperor! Enough!
Hit the turrets again. We want to be out of that, for sure.
Can you withstand this?
Yeah, we did. Rather handily, I might add.
In the name of the...
Stay is yours, but we will meet again. It's like Nero, like, hops up into the sky to escape us. You just follow the pathway. You can see where to go on your mini map. I mean, if you ever get lost, use that as your guide. And your previous map will tell you where you've come from before and where you got to go next. Okay, you got Fog of War here, sure, but you have a general idea where you got to go. We have to kill this node up ahead, and there is a directional component to him, so. Kill him quickly. Look away from the eye stuff. That's one of the places I thought might be a little tricky for doing NPC stuff, but they seem to have done pretty well. Good job, guys. Good job. I haven't used the trust system very much, but I like it for doing this kind of thing where I can just take my time and enjoy the dungeon. So many times when you're doing it with other players, you know, roulette, you're just kind of rushing through things. And I kill the node first, because it does this giant AoE attack. I don't know if he also keeps calling in spawns or not. I'm gonna get the Chimera out of the way, because... Oh, nice interrupt. Nice interrupt by the little bot there. This is where those enemies had come from here. Bioweapon research. Activating Harmachis. Weighing of the heart. This reminds me of Peter's Evil Overlord list. One of them is... Oh, look away from that so you don't get petrified. Oh, even the little companions look away. Nice. Peter's Evil Overlord list has one entry that says, never turn into a snake, never helps. If you have never read the Evil Overlord list, it's great. Looks like we're heading down, he says. I like to kill these guys as quickly as possible because they're a pain in the butt. Got these big ol' AoE things and there's not much room there. I'm looking over the side like, you know, like I'm trying to look down. That's kind of a cool effect. I just think that's really neat. We're gonna kill a Conjurer first. Conjurer does more healing. Death's Door skill. Oh, morbid. These guys do pretty decent DPS for being what they are. Come on, guys. Everybody on. Or maybe they meet us on the other side. I don't know. Yep. Nice interrupt. Alright, some more shop teas to deal with. Moving right along to the edge. Moving right along to the end. My buddies here. Alright, make sure you've eaten some food beforehand. Enjoy the cutscene.
The champion of Hydaelyn.
Tell me, why do you despise the primals so? They are the embodiment of mortal will, of mortal desire. Plainly, you desire a foe to despise, and 'tis well that you do, for it is from the vortex of ceaseless conflict that Lord Zodiac shall be reborn.
Through the joining, the world shall become whole again. Then all shall be as once it was, as it should ever have remained.
For the glory of Lord Zodiac.
Your meddling ends here and now, warrior of light.
All right. Important things to know. There's going to be points where you just eat on them. They do have shared health bars, so damage to one is halved and applies to the other one. So you get, I don't know, I'm not sure if it's Igeorm, but you got Lahabra and Igeorm. So whatever damage you do is going to get halved and split to the other Ascian. So they have a shared health pool. Once you get them down, I think while you're getting them down, they'll spawn spheres of fire and spheres of ice. And you'll want to be out of the fire and inside the donut, in the donut hole created by the ice. So there will also be some points where we have to go in and out, and that timing can be really tricky. So basically what you have to do is, as soon as that circle fires off, you start moving to where you need to be next. And I'll try and do that while I'm fighting. I don't know if I'll be able to. There's probably better guides out there than what you might see me doing here be, you know, done by some people who've done it like 8,000, 100 bazillion times. You could do it in their sleep. I have not had that same benefit of years and years and years of playing this. But let's go and kill us some Ascians. We're gonna kick some ass in. See the fire here? We have to get out of that. Stay out of those circles.
Darkness shall consume light.
You want to be out of that? AoE effect. Basically, wherever those scions go in a group, you follow them.
Scum!
Alright, the Marauder is moving into the center here. Yep, okay.
Know your place.
That is a line stack marker. As long as you are in the line anywhere, you're okay. You don't have to be stacked right on top of somebody. I'm gonna go where the Marauder goes. Wasn't sure I was gonna make it in time. See, the lines are where they're going to come together. See, they're already moving, so they know what's coming down. There we go.
Your light shall burn no more.
Such strength, it defies all reason.
No, I will not be bested by the likes of them. La Habrea, it is time.
Very well. Let us show these mortals the true power of the Echo. The power to break down the barriers of existence.
I am become you.
And we are become one.
Ooh. It's a cool cutscene. Really cool cutscene. Alright. I'm gonna eat another thing of food just in case. Here we go. Gotta be out of that tank buster. We'll circle on the floor. I know a lot of people played different music, turn off the sound in game, but the sound cues are really important. Okay, we're gonna watch for the lines. The shorter lines are the ones where it's gonna hit first. Now we're gonna immediately move into the center. Shorter lines move first. Longer line is the second. Stack in the center for this. You want all 4 balls right there. So those circles do a lot of damage. Run away from whoever's got your chain. If I had known they were going to run that way, I would have gone the other direction. Arcane Revelation. Oh, okay. Arcane Revelation. You gotta hit the Arcane Sphere. You want to DPS this down as quickly as possible. Stand in the, and in between the ice things on the floor. We're trying to beat this timer, the Ascian prime power. We got him down to 10%, so we're in good time there. Stay out of that tank buster. Unless you're the tank. Alright. Position yourself. Oh, we killed him. Yeah. We did it. I get second chance points for myself. Ooh, and a seal. Okay. That was a level 61. Get a seal for that.
that he might regain the blessing of light I had foreseen. But he has grown so strong in it as to deny us our power.
Let us withdraw, La Habrea. That power remains to us, at least. Impossible!
So, you harness the Eye's power. A pity you spent it all. What will you do now, hero?
So, not even the vaunted warrior of light can unmake an Ascian without relying upon mortal contrivances. In the distant past, King Thordan and his knights 12 fought and defeated Nidhogg. Though the victory cost them dear, they were rewarded with a great prize, the Dread Worm's Eyes, both of which have since been held in the Holy Sea's safekeeping. The eye you possess was Nidhogg's left, and long has it served as a source of the Azure Dragoon's might. As for its twin, it has lain here, joined to the person of Haldreth, the first Azure Dragoon. For though he learned to harness its power, he was ultimately consumed by it. Even in death, his body decays not. A pitiful end for a fabled hero. My Ascian friend, long have you and your kind sown the seeds of chaos by teaching mortals the secrets of summoning. But if you assumed that we would meekly serve as your pawns, then you are gravely mistaken.
You would raise a hand against us.
By taking unto my flesh the soul of the legendary King Thordan, I can become a god!
knows not cessation, whose being is sustained by a millennium of fervent prayer, and the eye's nigh bottomless reservoir of ether.
What?
Your contempt for man has proven your undoing, Ascian. For my first act as God King, I do hereby sentence you to die! Gods feed upon ether. It matters not what form that ether takes. Ascian souls are no exception. With this power, I shall put an end to 1,000 years of conflict. Be they sown by Ascian, dragon, or primal, wheresoever the seeds of chaos threaten to quicken, I shall excise them with my divine blade and bring order to the world. I have become that which you abhor, warrior of light. If you would take issue with my godhood, I shall answer you with my blade.
Alright, I'm gonna take a quick break. Let's queue for the Singularity Reactor. Taking the soul of the legendary King Thornton into his flesh, the Archbishop transforms into a primal before your very eyes. Sustained by a millennium of prayer in the eye's ether, he declares his intent to rule over the world with an iron fist and for all time. Standing at his side are the sworn brothers of the Heavensward, who have likewise transcended their mortal limits by becoming incarnations of the Knights 12. Strike them down and eradicate the root of the Dragon Song War. Now, I noticed in the cutscene these red rocks were kind of pulsing. But they aren't now. I don't know if that means we effectively killed them or what. Now that we can fly around here. This is a really big area for so few quests. And I know they've got plans for it later on in the post-patch stuff, but still, like, wow. Alright, we're gonna fly around and, you know, unlock everything here. Just get rid of the Fog of War. Fog of War drives me crazy. Alright, we mapped Azizla all the way. Alright, here we go, people.
brothers, the time has come to call upon the true power of the Heavensward.
Fight me if you will, warrior of light. I care not. All who stand against me will be destroyed, be they servants of the darkness or the light. By my blessing shall all men be sanctified, and an endless era of peace begin. Vice and conflict shall cease to be. You reject my divinity, yet what have you to offer my people in its stead? Bitter truth? Virtuous suffering? No matter. If you believe your cause just, I call upon you to defend it with your life.
Party chat was asking for some help in mechanics with this fight. Away from the dragon's gaze. Stay out of the fire, of course. You get the chain, you want to run away. So Zephyrin, I don't like you. Oh yeah, you want to stay out of those. And those black pools that are on the ground now. They slow you. Like how we're like out in the middle of nowhere now. You don't want to get pushed off there. All right, we did it.
How can this be? A millennium of prayer and the Eye's power combined, and still you stand. Who? What are you?
Let's leave the duty.
It is over then. I had hoped that mine would be the hand to end it. But knowing you, there was little chance of that. Twould seem the Eye has served you well.
Uh-oh.
Its twin. At long last. All that remains is to take them beyond the reach of man and dragon both. With this task accomplished, my toil shall finally be at an end.
Remember how he can barely contain the power in one? Thou hadst done well to resist mine influence, bathed in my power and blood as thou wert. Alas, in thine anticipation of comfort, thou hast lowered thy guard. The keening of my fallen kindred, their smoldering desire for vengeance. Mine eyes have partaken of 1,000 1,000 years of pain, a pain which I shall bestow upon thee. Drink deep of my rage, mortal, and become me.
Away, servant of Idyllin.
Chief! Over there! Oi!
Haha! Gods damn it, do you always have to cut it so bloody close?
It would seem he has done it again.
Was there ever any doubt? Let us return to Ishgard. Our friends will be eager to learn the battle's outcome and welcome back their champion.
Where is Estinian?
I dare say you are the first soul in Ishgardian history to arrive in our city upon Dragonback. This scene shall be remembered for 1,000 years to come.
As we had feared, the Archbishop summoned the soul of King Thordan into himself, and thence became a primal.
But he and his knights are no more, thanks to the Warrior of Light.
Your struggles are not yet over, mortals.
Whom do I have the pleasure?
Poor Emmerich, he's like, I'm talking to a dragon. What's the protocol of that?
I am Midgardsormr. I have journeyed with Hydaelyn's champion and observed his deeds in the conflict between man and dragon. Tell me, children of Thordan, do you desire peace?
My people have committed unspeakable atrocities against dragonkind, even against our own. Would that we could undo these wrongs, but we cannot. Be that as it may, the future yet presents a chance to begin anew. Our nation has broken free of the shackles of a false faith, and Nidhogg shall lead his kindred against us no more. I doubt not that it will require much effort and perseverance, but 'tis my belief that in time, Ishgard will again become a place where man and dragon may abide together in harmony.
I shall remember thy words. Yet be warned, Nidhogg's soul liveth on. His unbridled rage hath claimed for its vessel the one thou callest the Azure Dragoon.
Astinian.
Doubt not but that Nidhogg will call out to his brood ere long, nor that they shall answer him. Steel yourselves, for the true test is yet to come.
Come what may, we will never cease to believe. Upon the souls of they who have sacrificed themselves to pave the way for peace, we will never abandon our cause.
1,000-year war cannot be ended in a day. It may take generations. What thou dost begin, thy children must continue. Entrust unto them thy hopes and dreams, that peace may reign again, and forevermore.
Let all here present attest that Sir Emmerich, acting on behalf of the Archbishop, has appended his signature. I do hereby declare that from this day forth, the Holy See of Ishgard shall once more be counted a member of the Eorzean Alliance. Let our nations move forward as one and stand united against the Garlean Empire.
For the future of Eorzea.
For the future of Eorzea!
There you are. A noble monument to a noble soul.
From here, Lord Orshafon can watch over all of Ishgard.
It has been a long and arduous journey, and we have lost much and more along the way. Yet come what may, we must stay true to our purpose and press on.
That's right, you two. It's high time we got back to rebuilding the Scions. Which means we're going to need money! And lots of it!
So ends a glorious chapter in their tale. However, tumultuous days yet lie ahead for Ishgard. After 1,000 years under the yoke of the Church, the people take their first tentative steps into the unknown. And though they spy a glimmer of peace upon the horizon, Nidhogg's vengeful shadow yet remains to darken the way. Be that as it may, so long as the young commander of the Temple Knights and his heroic companions are there to guide them, the people may hold fast to hope. The hope that one day true peace will return to Ishgard, and that man and dragon may live in harmony once more. Let the deeds writ herein never be forgot, that they may inspire generations yet unborn to strive ever heavensward.
Children of the land, do you hear echoes of truths that once rang clear? Two souls in
Sola Habrea and Igaeorm have fallen, bested by mortals in their attempt to initiate the Aether joining. That they should be so complacent. And now it falls to me to deal with the consequences. Without intervention, the balance between light and darkness will begin to shift, placing our mission in jeopardy. Hydaelyn's champion has grown too strong. His might encroaches upon the realm of gods. Equilibrium must needs be restored. The time has come for you and yours to join the fray. Warrior of Darkness. Remind me, why is there no rest for the righteous?
Because they care, Master Garland.
Oh.
Of all the things they could have picked to play with, that's not a toy, you bloody fools, it's a primal! Spires of deception crumble to dust to lay bare truths long concealed. Beyond shimmering shadow lieth shimmering light. Alright, talk to Tataru real quick. If the Aorzean... Let's try that again. Let's talk to Tataru. If the Aorzean Alliance can be restored to its former glory, so can the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Let's find our lost friends and begin anew. I wonder if the steward has anything. Times such as these, I dare say there's little I can do to assist you. Nevertheless, if you require assistance, pray, ask. Let's see. Alright, nothing new from there. When first I bade you welcome before the Ark of the Worthy, little did I imagine that you would go on to steer the very course of our nation. I'm proud to have borne witness to history in the making. Kind of cool. I had 2 minutes left on my food there. Alright. After long years of estrangement, says Alphino, Ishgard rejoins her sister nations in the Alliance. Words cannot well express my joy.
None of this would have been possible without you, my friend. Change is coming to Eorzea, though it will inevitably bring with it a measure of upheaval. With hard work, peace and prosperity are sure to follow. And yet, even as we look forward to the coming of a new age, we must needs be wary of old threats. The lords of Garlemald have not relinquished their claim upon Eorzea, and we shall be forced to contend with them again ere long. And then there is the matter of our comrade Estinian, claimed body and soul by Nidhogg. If there is a way to rescue him, we must find it. Suffice it to say, the path ahead holds no shortage of challenges, but together we shall overcome them. All right. And we are going to leave it here for today. And I hope you have a great one, cats and kittens, for the rest of the day. Let's get to our cat joke. Why didn't the cat get promoted to management? Because he had terrible leadership skills. Leadership. Cats and kittens, it's time for Mama Cat Gamer to sign out. You have a great one. We've gotten through Heavensward. We will be tackling the post-Heavenward patch series after this, so we'll see you again soon. If you want to be notified, hit the bell, like, subscribe, all that jazz. You know what to do and when to do it. Mama Cat Gamer is signing out. Have a great one, cats and kittens.